demonstration is so important because it's about unity, because it's about bringing our side, our class together wherever you come from. And it is the case that we have seen a serious increase in racism, not just here, but right across Europe and America. The rise of Trump in America, the result in the Austrian presidential election just a couple of weeks ago. The fascist didn't get in, but he won 46% of the vote. The very real possibility that Marine Le Pen can win the presidency in France next year. These are real dangers, and we know that those dangers are here on these shores as well. Sorry to go on about reality TV food programs, but this week, just a couple of days ago, Nadia Hussain, the Muslim woman who won the Great British Bake Off last year, reported that someone refused to sit next to her on a train because she's a Muslim woman. In Lewisham, just down the road from where I live in South London, a couple of days ago, a man was attacked in the street by someone saying, "I want to find Muslims, all of you must go back to Syria." In Milton Keynes, a pregnant woman lost her unborn child because she was kicked in the stomach by a racist in the days after the referendum outcome. These are scandals that we have to make sure don't happen, and that's why uniting our side, standing up to racism, is so important. I think in the aftermath of the referendum, a referendum in which both sides, both the Brexit side, the official Brexit side, and the official Remain side, used the most rancid racism to try and build support, saying that they are going to close the borders to immigrants, that they're going to make it tougher for people to remain in this country. We have to say that wherever people come from, we have to say that whatever side people voted in the referendum in June, we say that our sisters and brothers who work alongside us in schools, in hospitals, in factories, in call centres, in council offices, wherever they are our sisters and brothers, and we are going to campaign for their right to remain in this country.
Yeah.
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 And I think, I'll finish, Martin, I think we should have the confidence to believe that that is an argument that we can win. Because the flip side of that rise in racism, I think, has been the fantastic, inspirational show of solidarity that people here in Sheffield, in London, in Manchester, in Leeds, wherever they're from, have shown towards refugees, collecting tens of thousands of pounds, collecting goods and taking them to places like the rotten, stinking refugee camp that was in Calais in France. Just last week, Stand Up to Racism took tens of thousands of pounds, tens of thousands of goods to people who are still having to survive in France. That's money, that's goods that was collected in workplaces, in student unions, in communities, in religious communities up and down the country, which shows the kind of opposition to racism that we can build. And I think as we move into 2017, we have to redouble our efforts to make sure that all of that happens. And that's why I'm going to make a final plug for a couple of things that we're doing. Firstly, on the 20th of January, the day that Trump is inaugurated as president in the United States, we want a huge show of opposition to him. And on the 18th of March, United Nations Anti-Racism Day, just before Article 50 is triggered, we want a massive show of opposition to racism.